Communication. Hello, I'm Lishi. Nice to meet you. And I am a pretty shy and introverted person, maybe even a bit socially anxious. So, when I wanted to take commissions, my biggest fear was that people would hate me and then write a 10-page Google Doc to cancel me on Twitter. But then I found that it wasn't actually that hard, and I was able to make good impressions with my clients. And I learned from my mistakes. So if I can do it, then so do you. So here's how to communicate with clients as an artist. I'll be going over the following points. Number 1, initial contact. Number 2, setting expectations and boundaries. 3, updates and revisions. 4, handling unexpected changes and challenges. 5, finishing the project. 6, forming a good relationship. And 7, do's and don'ts. You can skip ahead if you'd like, but I recommend saying so you get the full thing, and it helps the algorithm. Little disclaimer, I'm not a professional. Just been doing this for a bit and did my research. The art that you see in the background was a commission for G Sara. Thank you so much. Now let's proceed. Number 1, initial contact. When a client contacts you, you should come across as welcoming and kind, but also get to the point. Just greet them and try to get as much information about the project as possible, like deadlines, details, budget, etc. It's good to have your base prices and make adjustments depending on the complexity of the request, like if the character has complicated patterns or if it's very detailed, you should charge more. Another important detail is to be empathetic. I've heard somewhere that it is good to commission other artists before opening commissions so you get a feel on it. You want to make it sound easy and fun to work with you. Lastly, be sure to show interest and be respectful of their time. Oh, and something else. Have you seen those Discord scammers? The one that makes small talk with you and then proceed to sell you their services? I'm not sure if there are any actual artists doing this, but don't go DMing people randomly unless they've asked for something first. It's weird, it sounds desperate, just don't do it. Number 2, setting expectations and boundaries. Before opening commissions, you should have clear terms of service and boundaries. Make sure that they are provided to the client and that when they commission you, they are agreeing to them. The most important thing that I consider that should be put in the TOS are revision policies, timeline, payment, and do's and don'ts. Some artists have very long and detailed TOS, and others have short, simple ones. You shouldn't need to make a 3-page TOS if you aren't comfortable with that. I will leave a very good TOS template below. But Lishi, who the reads the TOS? Terms of service are important both for the artist and the client since they help manage the expectations and clarify the responsibilities of both parties. I wish we live in a perfect world where everyone reads the artist's TOS, but even if the client doesn't read them, they're still agreeing to them. So you can make them accountable if they violate them, and you can fall back to it when in trouble. So make sure that you understand your own rules very well. And don't be afraid to call people out. Talking of platforms, there are a lot of platforms for managing commissions. The one I personally use is Bijan, not sponsored. I like Bijan because you can have your TOS, portfolio, services, tracking, and so much more in one place. They also have a no AI policy and just generally ensures that both the client and the artist get what they need. The only downside is that to be able to offer commissions on Bijan, you need to have a code. Number 3, updates and revisions. Getting feedback can be stressful for some people, but as an artist, you should expect feedback. Personally, I allow major revisions in the sketch phase and then minor revisions on the line art, coloring/rendering, and final details. When finishing the sketch, I send it to the client as a screenshot of the full file and then ask if they want anything to be changed and their thoughts. I repeat these with the rest of the phases. If you have anything that you're not sure or you need feedback on, it's better to ask instead of just assume. Make sure the client feels heard when offering suggestions. You can also offer your insight in the drawing, but remember that you're trying to fit the vision of the client and collaborating with them. Additionally, I like to tell people when I'm going to finish certain things, just so they can get a feel for how the timeline is going. Number 4, handling unexpected changes and challenges. Life is hard, but that shouldn't mean that you should ghost that client. Change is hard, but that also doesn't mean that you should ghost that client. Some clients may choose to change things in the middle of their commission. In that case, you should do one of two things. Number one, proceed with the changes calmly, but state firmly that there will be extra charges for those changes, or refuse politely, cancel the commission, and issue a partial refund. If we're talking about things happening on your site that may affect the commission process, make sure to update the client and be responsible. The client may not want to wait more, so you will have to be responsible. Number 5, finishing the project. After getting the final approval, you will send the final files. Make sure that the medium that you're using to share them isn't going to affect the quality. I send my final files on Google Drive and or Beacon. Beacon has the final delivery option, which, aside from letting you send final files, it also lets the client confirm that it is a verified commission, meaning that people seeing your portfolio will see that artwork as a commission piece. Make sure to thank the client for trusting you and that you had fun working with them. If you had it, of course. 6. Do's and don'ts. Lastly, let's go briefly through some do's and don'ts. Do's. Confirm the agreement. Keep clients informed. Be open to feedback. Stay professional. Set clear boundaries. Be honest and transparent. And thank the client. Don'ts. Avoid overpromising. Don't commit to changes or deadlines that you can't realistically meet. Don't go silent. Don't take criticism personally. Don't make assumptions. Avoid being defensive. Don't ignore red flags. Don't rush the final step. And ensure the client is fully satisfied before delivering the final product. Remember that the point of having good communication is that the client feels good during the process and makes them want to come again. Hey, extra, how to commission an artist thread. If you're watching this video, you're probably an artist, but I found this interesting thread, so we'll be going through this Twitter thread briefly. Made by Crispy's Art. I'm way too lazy to read over it, but I'm sure you have eyes and you can read. So, just gonna leave it here. You've made it! I'm taking commissions on Beacon at the time of recording, so if you're interested, you can go ahead. I'm also most active on Twitter. I'll be leaving a video of me doing a character sheet up here. See you next time!